Yeah, India has nukes. That's what I feel like that whole Kamala thing was. It was like India has the nukes now. They're in great relations with Canada and United States, but they also provide a lot of protection with the weapons that they have now stationed out there in India. And we have a lot of Indian people. I reside in Canada. And what better way to celebrate than have the vice president of United States, of the United States, being an American Indian person. So there's only certain nations that have these nukes, and then there's a lot that don't. A vast amount of area that doesn't. But we are all a part of the same world. So even if you have nukes or you don't, you still are in the same Earth as others. And as you can see, some areas are bigger than others that even have the nukes. So if you think in the bigger picture, these specific areas are, well, they could be used to protect all these other areas that don't have the nukes installed in there. These could be very precious areas that don't have those silos. And then these, so they have specific purposes. Um, those specific areas that do carry those silos, those are more what I consider militarized zones. We've never heard anybody really say it before, but you hear people say it about North Korea and South Korea with the DMZ. But how about just countries that carry the nuke altogether? That's more of a militarized zone. A lot of people work in that specific military industry in that area, but the missile comes out of that area, but it protects these other vast areas. But everybody is doing business. Gandhi too. I never seen this. Yeah, I heard you. No, I didn't. Yeah, I don't know what this says. India Pakistan nuclear installations. Oh my goodness. I've seen a couple funny ones like that of the backfires or the improper firing of those things. That's how a lot of weapons are. You got to find a reliable one, a good reliable one. These things could have all types of issues. Like you don't know for sure when you press the button or whatever, those things are going to do anything. I think the best thing is to remain peaceful. And it's not about any sort of winning against any other person. We're all winning in our own areas. I like how we all have our own areas. And I like how it seems to have been going good now. I've made my place back in my natural country, my Canada, and many other people have also. I feel like everybody's spaced out, and anyway, where I'm living now, it feels like. But you know how it is. The city's still populous, populated. Submarines. We've heard a lot about submarines. I think that's the last point they were at. They're like, we can't get these ICBMs across anywhere. They're like, we could just take it through a submarine or whatever. Because somebody already did the plane thing. Planes, everybody's been watching planes like crazy. So they're like, all right, we could directly hit you with this one, and it's going to for sure come out and hit you if we can get the submarine over there. And then that's where they were. Because those kind of like my air guns, if you get one of those cheap air guns, they break. Like a BB gun, it breaks. You don't know if it's going to shoot a BB when you shoot it. It's not a reliable gun. Kind of like some of those other weapons. They're like these, but some of them do hit. Actually, one of the worst ones that they actually used, it wasn't even like any special technology. Well, the actual bomb was a really nice technology, but not the delivery of the bomb. They just delivered the bomb, they kicked it right out of the plane and delivered it super old school. Look at that though. Now there's all these different rockets coming out of the side or whatnot to direct it and everything. Anyways, war's not very cool. I've seen some of the worst videos when I was a kid growing up in Tennessee. Not because I grew up in Tennessee or anything, but during at that time it was the Iraq War and the Afghanistan War, so there was a lot of really bad video coming up on the internet. And it's not a cool thing. It's fun to watch in the videos and the movies and the games for a little bit. But you gotta watch. Some people are really, really bad. And this is what your screen does when you get hit by it, too. You know they made being gay legal in the military? It used to be illegal. Ooh, we got an intercepting missile with the shrapnel coming off of it. Anti-satellite test. It was a satellite. Missile down a satellite. Indian people are very smart people. I wouldn't want to be anywhere but Canada. I had somebody try to invite me to go to India, but then from my learning experience, I don't want to go to India. When I was a kid, I was like, oh yeah, maybe one day. because you have to start over. Unless they were paying me big money with the return ticket. That's the thing. If there's no return ticket, that's a big thing. When you go to the border and the border patrol talks to you, they say, "Do you have a return ticket? You have your ticket to the destination you're supposed to be visiting, but do you have a return